Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're back in a Watcher of Realms and we're going to have a look at some Guild Wars. Just want to have a quick look at something. So let's assume that you haven't done your battles and it's a bit later in the game, or the Guild Wars scenario, or you're just in a different time zone and more of the easier fights have gone, that sort of thing. So why do we want to do Guild Wars and why do we want to win? It's because of these, really. I mean, the rewards are pretty good, to be honest. I think they're pretty, I mean, each time you do a battle, and we're getting one a week, you're getting diamonds and you're getting guild coins, which are all nice. We get fragments to ancient summoning crystals. They're fantastic as well. So that's one of the reasons we want to do it. And on top of that, not only do we get those, we get seasonal rewards as well. Now, depending on where you are, the rewards are pretty good and not too shabby. Let's be honest about this. They are some pretty good rewards. Again, you're actually getting ancient summoning crystals, which is always nice. We get legendary skill crystals as well, or at least shards towards them. So that's a bonus because they're not easy to get by, and we do like to actually skill up our heroes as well. So that's a bonus as well. So plenty of reasons to actually do this. So you've joined not at the start of the battle. So when reset happens, you're in a different time zone, or you're at work or something like that, and then by the time you get to it, all the easy fights have gone and you're now stuck with defenses that you think you can't beat, or you look at the defense and go, well, that's an absolute nightmare, I'm not going to be able to beat that. So you become quite disillusioned with Guild Wars before you've even got a chance to do any fights in there. So what are we looking for? We're going to go through the teams here, and we're just going to have a look at teams like this. So we have a look, the tower's on fire and they've still got some health left, and these are the teams we're looking for. So here we go, there's team 1 and they've still got 50 health left, so that's a possibility. We're going to have a look here, team 1, they've got 60 out of 90 left, and these are the ones we're looking for. We're not looking for these ones that are full, don't want to touch those at all. And you literally come through and have a look at all these ones that have been beaten a little bit, but not completely. So when you found someone like that, so we'll have a look at mine, there we go, and let's assume that I'm on 30 out of 90, for example. That's what you're looking for. So you find a tower that's on fire, you find someone who's got 30 or 60 out of 90 health left, and then you come up here, and this is really important button. We click battle record, and then we've got team 1 and team 2, so that is reference to the towers. So team 1, team 2, so depending on which one you've gone for, we're looking at team 1 because that's been beaten, and then we're going to click this play button here, and you're just going to watch what someone else did. Now I can have a look at that player. They're a level 85, so I can assume that I've got gear close to what they've got. Then I'm going to have a look at what he's done with his team. So he sent out a big old tank. He sent out a couple of healers straight away after that. And then the DPS on me, I haven't managed to actually get them down, and he's now sent out some bookkeepers, and he's going to come through and he's going to absolutely destroy me. Well, I've got to think to myself, if I'm looking at this and this is the enemy, I've got to think, well, actually now I can copy that. I can copy that team. Then sent in some scourges, and then he sent in the girls with the daggers that come along and wreck everything, demon soldiers. So yeah, that's how that tower was defeated. So you can think, well, actually I'm now going to copy what they did. You don't have to worry about how to defeat it. You can just look and think, I am about the same level as the person who won against there, and I've got the same demon soldiers as them, because you probably have done. If you've got any further questions, your guild probably has a Discord. You can go on there and go, hey, what level were you? How did you do it? What was your setup? That sort of thing. But you can copy what other people have done. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. You can just go in and go, well, that tower has got somewhere between sort of 30 and 60 health left. So I can already see a video on how to actually defeat that tower. You can jump on and you can defeat that tower. That's the first thing. Right, how are we going to set our team up? So when we saw that one, we had tanks go out first, then we had some healers, then we had the bookkeepers, and then there was the Scourge and the girls with the daggers. Right, so that's how it was set up. But the Scourge and the girls with the daggers didn't really do a lot. It was the first three that pretty much wrecked it. There could have been anyone coming up last. So bear that in mind when we set our team up. So let's go and set our team up and see how we would make that team up. So there's a couple of things we need to think about when we're actually making our team as well. Right, so when we're going into making up our team, there's a couple of things we need to do. Firstly, we need to get me out of the way. So this is just a random, I've picked up a guildmate to go for a friendly face-off. We won't actually be doing it, but you come down to the edit teams. So you come to the edit teams, click off all of these, and you go, well, what did he use to start with? Well, he used one of these, didn't he? He used that as a fire tank. Then he had some healers. Then he had some bookkeepers. Then there was some Scourge, and there's the girls with the daggers. Right, so these back two really didn't do a great deal towards us, so we're not overly concerned about them. And then I'm going to guess that he probably had his bookkeepers at the front because he wanted to do a lot of damage with them, and then he had his tank, and then he had some healers. So bear this in mind when you are making up your team. It is this person here on the left as you look at your team making up gets the first hero from your selection of heroes if you press quick affiliate, and then that works down. So person 1 gets it first, person 2 gets all of your champions except this champion to have a look at, then it's this one, then this one, then this one, and that is how it's put together. So bear that in mind. You want the person down here and here the least useful champions. So we noticed at the end they were just put in just to run through, but they didn't really do anything. The ones that did the damage was his tank up here and his bookkeeper. So they're the ones that we want up the left hand side. So bear that in mind when you're making up your team. So when you've looked at someone, just have a little think about, these are the ones that did the damage for them. These are the blockers that he used, or the defenders, or whatever. So bear that in mind when you're making up your teams. Okay, so just a nice little easy way for you to come along late in the game, or if you're not in a time zone where you're there for reset, and you might be able to get some wins. And getting wins is great, because if you win you get more rewards, and more rewards is absolutely fantastic. We like free stuff. It's a good idea to have free stuff. So there we go. That is essentially it. So sometimes it can be easier to do this. You can come to the fight late and you can completely copy someone else, and as long as you get the wins, no one's going to go, oh, you copied me, you didn't come up with your own idea. No one cares. It's the same as doing Gear Aid 1 or Gear Aid 3 or any other part of the game. Generically, people have copied each other and just sort of tweaked it to fit their team a little better. That's all people are doing here, and it's the same thing. You can quite easily, quite happily copy someone else, and sometimes it's easier to come to the fight late or not at reset. You haven't got to do any of the thinking. You can just literally go in and copy someone else. I've done it myself, and I've copied other people, and they've looked at things that I've never even considered looking at. But they are nice, easy wins. The BP doesn't overly matter. It's a strategy used to do it, but you don't have to come up with that strategy. Someone else could have come up with it for you. Just go and have a look for those towers that are on the less than 90% HP left. Hit the battle record and have a look at how they were defeated. And having the same demon soldiers is a distinct possibility for you, because there aren't that many, and we've probably got them all anyway. So that's how it's done. Right, thank you very much for your time. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in a video again soon. If you could just do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, would help me out massively. Okay, cheers for your time. Goodbye.